These things are super addictive, so be careful. They're very soft and just kind of perfect. I guess I didn't tie the gate closed last night. I've got a little mess to sort out. What are you guys all doing in here? This is not where you live. Ani, that was not very nice. This will be fun. We'll have to sort milker people from non-milker people. Toonie's excited.
Baby goats. Hello, Huckleberry.
Pepper, what do you think? I'm fine. Oh, good morning, Cedar. Hi, Pepper. How are my girls? Hi, Tulip. Tulip and I made friends last night. Of course, Waffles and Fernie Girl. All right, babies, let's go milk mommy. Silly. Go get babies. They're hungry. Come on, Mama, go. Let's go. Come on, you two. Come on, Tissy. Come on, Bexy. Let's go get babies. There we go. Get your babies. Come on now, find your mom. She's over there. Go here, buddy. All right. Okay, so today I'm excited. I'm gonna make some caramel with my goat's milk, and I do that maybe once a year. I usually do it like right here at the end of the year and take it to school and like give to people as an end of the year treat. We make it into like little candies, and it's so good, and the goat milk just gives it like a little added richness. So I'm excited to do that. It's really gross and wet out here today, so that'll be a fun thing to do inside. We're also doing a collaboration with another channel today, The Farm on Route 66 Homestead, and she, in her video today, is gonna use her goat milk to make fudge. So I'll link all that video up in the corner, down in the description. Go check it out. Vicky's really cool. She's got some mad kitchen skills that I don't have. So if you need some tips on things to make in the kitchen, she's definitely the person. And they have horses and goats and chickens and all kind of fun things on their homestead. So definitely go check them out. Good morning, handsome. What you guys doing? Luke. Somebody asked me if everybody was as hairy as you. No, not all male goats are as hairy as Luke. Luke is very hairy. He's the hairiest goat I think we've ever had. But it makes him pretty. Good morning. Good morning. Are you guys ready for breakfast? Breakfast is for pigs and not them. Morning, pigs. Good morning, Piggy Wiggles. How are the pigs? How are the pigs? I don't think we're gonna have any takers to go out today. I've got a couple in here. We're all on high ground. Hanging out over here. And then I've got this crew in here. Tinker, you in the feeder? You're never in the feeder. Did you find you a good spot for sleeping? Yeah? All right, buddies, are you guys ready to go out? Luke? Has to move. Has to move. Yeah, step down. There you go. Luke? Luke, do you want to come out, buddy? No, okay. There you go, be free. Okay guys, so we're gonna get started making our goat's milk caramel. And I am gonna make caramel candies, not like caramel sauce. Similar ingredients for sauce, you just cook it a little bit differently. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so these are all the things that you're gonna need to make your caramel. You're gonna need your goat milk, corn syrup, white sugar, brown sugar, heavy whipping cream, vanilla, butter, and salt. Those are all the ingredients. And you're gonna need a heavy bottomed pot. I have this nice Le Creuset coated cast iron pot. Helps keep it heated evenly, and a candy thermometer would be best, or just any kind of thermometer, and just various measuring cups and spoons. You're also gonna need a 9x11 baking sheet and some wax or parchment paper. We have a cup of butter. We're gonna do our cup of white sugar, 2 cups of brown sugar, 1.5 cups of goat milk, and 1.5 cups of heavy cream. So that's heavy cream, goat milk, and 1 cup of corn syrup. So we are gonna heat this up to 247 degrees. So we're gonna dissolve the sugars, melt the butter, and it's gonna bubble and boil. And so you need to watch it and be careful. Stir it until everything is melted and dissolved, and then watch it, stirring occasionally to keep it from sticking to the bottom of the pan. And it will boil over if you're not careful, so make sure that you're paying attention. And we're gonna be really careful not to get it above 247 degrees to keep it nice and soft candy and not hard candy. So everything is melted and it's got this nice little frothy texture to it right now. It's getting close to boiling. Okay, so you can kind of see we're starting to bubble, starting to boil. We're about 212, 213 degrees. At about 215, it's gonna get a really nice rolling bubble, but I have this on really low heat, just enough to keep the temperature going up. But if you heat it too fast, it's gonna boil over the top of your pot. And this stuff is sticky. And I've done it, I've made that mistake, and I've had sticky everywhere, and it's not fun to clean up. So low and slow, especially if you're on gas like I am, over an open flame. You really want it to heat evenly so it doesn't get too hot. And that's why you're gonna stir it. Once you get to about 215, 216 degrees and it starts to boil, the temperature starts to rise incrementally slower. So this next part from about 215 to about 247, where we're gonna stop, could take 30 minutes for us to get it to that point. Okay, so you can kind of see the texture now. It's starting to bubble up quite a bit more. I'm kind of constantly stirring it to keep it from bubbling over, but we are still sitting at about 216. And I've been here for probably 20 minutes stirring. So it does take quite a while just to get it up to temperature. I know accountants aren't engineers, but you know, sometimes. So Jeremy's used some twisty ties and this little neoprene baster to balance my thermometer up so it's not touching the pot, so it doesn't melt or get too hot. Okay, so you can see it's darkening up quite a bit since last time. It has stopped like growing, I guess is the way. It's starting to reduce instead of get bigger. And we're at about 220. It's been about another 15 minutes. And we're finally starting, the temperature's finally starting to kind of gradually tick up a little bit faster. Okay, so you can see how much thicker we've gotten. We're about 240 degrees right now. It is about 40 minutes from when we first started melting ingredients on the stove to get you guys some perspective. Okay, so we've removed from heat at 247 degrees, and we're gonna add a tablespoon and a half of vanilla. And guys, this really makes the whole recipe, is this vanilla. And then we're gonna pour it into our well-greased pan. I just used some cooking spray just to make sure it was well coated. You can use butter, or you can just line it with some parchment paper as well. Works really great. And we're gonna let this cool and solidify until it's cool enough to touch it, is what I would say. Probably 10 to 15 minutes to let it cool. And then we'll cut it and roll it into little balls and wrap it in some wax paper and have little caramel candies. Okay guys, that's the final product. Cut them up into little bite-sized caramel candies. So if you're gonna make some to share, make sure that you give them to the people either really quickly so that you don't eat them all, or that you make enough for you to eat as well, because this is not gonna last very long. And this is only about maybe a third of them, so. Okay, boof. Now I have dog hair all over my face. She's been eating that green pretty good. Time to put all the little munchkins away for the night. Right. Bernie hasn't quite figured out dinner yet. She's waiting on me. Not these guys. I don't know what's going on right here. What do you girls think? There are a bunch of kids playing right next to our fence. And I think it's got them a little wigged out. They're screaming and hollering and... Oh, now they're fireworks, so... Fireworks in May. We live in such a bizarre kind of mix of... You can see a McDonald's from our backyard, and we're in the country, so you can shoot fireworks. It's just kind of weird. There's a lot of burping going on at the moment. All smells really bad, and she's real wound up. I wonder if she's in heat. We may have to breed her tomorrow. So if you guys enjoyed this cool little collab that we did with the farm on Route 66 homestead, I hope Vicky's recipe on fudge was fun, and I hope that you guys liked our caramel recipe. Caramel's pretty finicky, it has to be just right, but it's definitely a fun way to use goat milk, and making those little candies are super fun to share with friends. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up, make sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell so that you know every time we put out a new video. We appreciate you, thank you for everything, all the likes, all the comments, everything that's been happening, and we will see you in the next video.